Okay, so here we are. Emily, tell your story.
Okay. About 12 years ago, I was in the Seabrook area boating with some friends, and I dove off the side of the boat, and we think I probably hit a sand dune or a mud bar or whatever. We never really investigated it, but it ended up in me being paralyzed at C5, C6 level.
And that area was fused with titanium
from C4 to C7.
Right.
I'm fused together, and throughout the years I've had different pain, but in the last few years it's gotten pretty progressively worse.
Primarily the neck and shoulder area.
Neck and shoulder area particularly. And so actually my aunt, Amy, told me about you, and
you were a little reluctant to come, right?
I'm not reluctant really. It just was.
How's that going to help?
And I had kind of grinned and bared it for so long that I just figured what's another
you have to live
few
with
days.
It, right?
But it about 6 months ago it started getting almost unbearable, and so that's when I just decided I've got to try something, because nothing, I don't want to pop a leaf all day every day.
Be on pain pills,
and plus it was starting, I could see throughout the day interfering with my work, because I would start hurting so much that I really wouldn't want to do anything. I just want to sit still. And so then I came here, and
it's been about 2 weeks now, I think.
It's my third week.
Third week.
Yeah. And it's just been amazing. The pain has gone down severely.
So on a scale of, again, 1 to 10, 10 being sort of the worst it used to be.
And it was 10 a lot of the time. I would say a 9 or a 10 most of the time, especially after afternoon, evening time.
Right. Where would you say it is now?
Depending, it still comes and goes, but depending, it's probably between a 4 and a 7.
And show me your mobility too, because this was it's remarkable. I can't see what hurts, but you've got about 50% improvement in the rotation, particularly to that right side.
Because this is where I carried most of my tension and most of my pain.
Right.
And so, when I would try to bend or move my neck at all, that knot or whatever it was, the muscle right here would stop it, because it was so tight that it didn't matter that it hurt. It couldn't move.
It was just restricted.
Yeah, it just would stop. And, sometimes I would even try to grab my head to pull it, stretch it out, and it just, wouldn't budge. And now it's
much better.
So much.
Good. And tell them about the incident last week where you noticed some sensation. You haven't.
Last week, I can't remember which day it was.
I think it was Wednesday.
All day there had been something bugging me. Something just wasn't right, and I couldn't pinpoint what it was. I knew it didn't feel good, but I didn't know where it was.
Because after your injury, you can feel that something's wrong, but you can't specifically sometimes pinpoint.
Exactly, and I have sensation all the way down, but nothing in my muscles past probably my stomach. My muscles don't feel anything, even though I do have sensation. So I guess my insides don't feel anything.
Right.
But yeah, last week I couldn't pinpoint it, and then finally when I got home, I started concentrating a little bit more where the pain was.
Right.
And realized it was in my lower back, and I realized the reason I hadn't noticed, or I couldn't figure out what it was, is because it had been almost 12 years since I had felt anything there. My brain wasn't registering. I essentially forgotten what it felt like.
So you reconnected that sensation.
And
that's
sure
exciting.
Enough, I did get some massage later on that evening on my lower back, and that's exactly what it was.
Excellent.
It's lower back pain.
Well, great. Well, we're so excited to have you here and
good.
being an inspiration, and we'll look forward to even bigger and better things in the future.
Definitely.
All right. Thanks again.
Sure.